What am I doing? Ah, no. Shit. And I am here in Las Vegas, actually in my hotel room because, oh, such a long day. Such a long day. Um, I'm also kind of sitting down to eat food. Hey, Jacob. Yeah, Combat Con. Extensive, crazy, insane. And I completely forgot to take photos and stuff. But I did get some really cool things that I'm going to share. I just gotta remember where the fuck I put it. Um, hmm. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? That's for next year. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Where is the stuffs? Where is the stuffs? That's not it. That's not it. That's certainly not it. Ah! 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 I have stuffs to share. I have stuffs to share. Give me a second here. Oh, there it is. Cool. So, Combat Con. I wish that I had done the smart thing and took lots of photos. Unfortunately, because I did not take as many photos as I would have liked, because yesterday was no, getting in was a gong show, and I don't know if I deleted that video. No, that my video vlog from last night or the night that I arrived should still be up on the channel. I can't remember. I am so tired. I was at a friend's birthday party. Birthday dinner thing, drinks, lots of alcohol. Did not get in until about 2 a.m. And then I had a class this morning. But yeah, I haven't had a chance to take as many photos as I would have liked. There are some photos up on Instagram. I've got a couple more. I'm gonna probably make a pass through the vendors again today. Hopefully that one particular vendor is there that I'm wanting to see, because there is something that I want to pick up and I don't know if I'm going to be able to. There is a lightsaber vendor here and I have yet to fucking find them. My god. The problem is because I did a little bit of research on the vendor itself. The vendor, Vader's Vault, their lightsabers are expensive, like insanely expensive. You're looking at like $1,000 plus. And you know, there are people that come to this convention, they buy swords, they buy knives, they buy whips, they buy daggers, they buy armor. Well, some of them buy armor. And, you know, they're willing to throw down that kind of money, but people, like the everyday people, they don't have the ability to actually purchase these things. Someone like me, I am broke. I am actually broke as fuck. I decided to not go to the casino and try and win money to basically come back. And, you know, because the idea was to spend some money, come back with a couple $1,000s, so that way I could sit down and do my writing. This is going to be my next point, that the class that I just got out of, I'm not going to do another class until 1:30, which is fighting in it's called the the Mile High Fight Club. So basically, it's fighting on an airplane in a really, really confined space. And when I wrote my fight submission that I won last year for Combat Con, that took place on basically a subway car, which is pretty much the easiest way I could put it. Unfortunately, I shouldn't say unfortunately, where I wrote it in Vancouver, we don't have subways. We have a transit system called SkyTrains. So I guess in some cases in New York, they're called monorail. This is a little bit more confined into what an airplane would be. So the dynamics and the settings of fighting in an airplane are different. And this will actually help me in writing my novel, because I'm taking classes specifically to help with writing my novel in terms of the fights, how I structure things, how I do descriptions, and all that stuff. So the idea was basically to win a couple $1,000s, take that home, put that money away so I didn't have to worry about rent, my bills for like the next 4 months, and basically not worry about work. If work came up, I'd fucking go and work, but otherwise, my goal is to write the majority of my novel because I need and want to have this novel done, because once I get my novel done, I can start sending it out to people. Anything that needs to be fixed can be fixed by my beta readers. And then from there, I could take my book, find a publisher, or find an editor rather, and then from there, get my book sent to, I guess, to an agent or to a publish house or to a publisher, or see which publisher wants to pick up my novel. And if it does big, then, I'm rolling in this. And I don't have to worry about certain areas of work, because I'm actually trying to jump out of the film department that I don't necessarily want to be working in anymore. And I want to be able to have more time to devote to the school for Blood and Iron, because I want to be able to do more stunt work. I want to retrain my body to be able to handle, falls, punches, hits, and all that stuff. Because right now I may look, relatively fit. I don't look too bad. You guys can be the judge of that. But I'm not as physically fit as I used to be. I used to do a lot to my body and be able to just roll with it. I can't do that anymore because it is dangerous, because it will wreck my legs, it'll wreck my back, it'll wreck my neck. So I need to be able to devote time to actually physically training my body. So it means doing a lot of physical rehabilitation that I haven't done, the possibility of getting surgery done on my legs, so that I'm able to do more again. Need to be able to do and perform actions that are required to stunt people. And I'm not expecting to do stunts for too long, but I want unless they want me specifically for my size and my and my abilities. Sorry. Words do not function. Like I said, I didn't get in until 2 a.m. this morning, and it is 11 a.m. And I was up at 7, 8, I don't know. It was early. Anyways, I was up regardless, and I am still just suffering. Not necessarily for my stupidity, because it was a very, very close friend's birthday, and it was warranted that we go and do this. I feel kind of equally bad for him, because we were actually supposed to be drinking until like the wee hours of the morning, and he wasn't supposed to teach. And then he finds out in the morning, he's like, yeah, I gotta teach. I was like, that sucks to be you. I gotta play nice sometimes. I like him. So there's that. But what I do have, and if you guys ever want to come to Combat Con, it may be small. It's not like some of the big conventions that are going on, like Anime Evolution, Evo, Comic Con, BlizzCon, like any of those really, really big ones. This is, if you want to know how people train and how people fight, or if you want to learn how to fence, you want to be able to learn how to handle two-handed sword, throw axes, throw knives, fight with electroshock knives, learn what it's like to be a stunt actor, even for a little bit, or a stunt performer for even a couple hours. Combat Con is actually the best place for you guys to go to. There aren't many conventions that I know of other than this one. There are workshops where you can really, really go into going to, training different martial systems, different techniques for doing falls, for doing rolls, for taking a hit, for reacting to a hit, acting while fighting. There is a lot to it in performance, and when you do this kind of work, and it's stuff that I'm learning, and I'm still learning. It's not like I am God and I can do this, right away. It takes time and it takes effort. But if you want to know what it's like, and you want to know just an inkling of how much work goes into film, like your favorite movies, you look at the Avengers, you look at Iron Man, you look at your favorite TV shows, Arrow, Supergirl, or if you want to look at some of the military stuff, so, Battlestar Galactica, Halo. Um, there's a lot of work that goes into the behind the scenes in terms of structure, how the shots are angled, how much training goes into training the actors, training the main actors to the performers to the background actors to people that do driving, all that stuff. There's just so much that goes into this that you get a taste and you get an idea of what's happening. So you'll get to see some really fun, or you'll get some really cool fun stuff. This year they came out with a competition for lip balm. I have still yet to figure out what this is. It just says, Combat Con. That's okay. And then had a choice of getting a bunch of different things. Oh, this is really shiny. Really, really shiny. I got a mug. This is part of the swag that you get. I mean, yeah, it's generic. But, it's there. It's cool. I enjoy it. Don't judge me. Judging people just doesn't work. You get a swanky, cool shirt. Actually, the shirt was purchasable when you register. So you get your little Combat Con tag here, and then you get a nice big cool shirt. The money goes into paying for next year's convention, so none of this is for profit, or the way that I see it. The convention is basically to convey skills. We do have, the typical costume contest that happens. We have a ball, and this is provided that, that you come in. I think the Warriors Pass gets you into the Time Traveler's Ball, so you can see a lot of the costumes that people come up with, create, because there are cosplayers here, as well as them working in film and them being stunt performers. You gotta have fun, it's not always work. I mean, granted, it can be. The other thing that that I got this year is, and I'm actually glad because I have I shouldn't say I have so many of these things, but I seem to have a growing collection. You got a cool little swanky hat this year. I don't even think I got a hat. I don't even think I got any form of clothing last year when I was at the convention. But what is really cool, and it's what I didn't get last year, this is the Iron-On Combat Con patch that you get when you come to the convention as part of the swag bag. And what's nice about this is that because this convention is kind of I shouldn't say limited, but it's small in regards to the people that come here are part of their own little groups. It's nice to know that you can see who's participated in it before and who hasn't, like people that just kind of pass by. I know that the VIP bracelets that you get and the Warriors bracelets, they give you this really cool stuff. Also got a really cool swanky little reusable fabric bag, which I'm going to make use of at some point in my life. I have so many of these things, so many reusable bags, but it's actually nice because a bunch of things. I just realized that I should probably make use of these drink vouchers. Maybe that's what I'll do tonight. Oh, fuck me. I just realized I got that ball tonight. But if you guys want to come to Combat Con, I'm actually going to put this information up later. So Combat Con takes place in Las Vegas. It takes place at the Flamingo Resort here. Next year will be August 1st to 4th. You like pancakes? So yeah, next year will be August 1st to 4th, 2019. The spectacular event includes over 200 hours of martial arts classes, Exclusive writers track, which I came from earlier this morning. The Time Travelers Ball with cosplay contest. Tournaments, HEMA, historical, Eastern martial arts. So if you don't really want to go to any of these classes and you just get like a standard pass and you want to explore around, I would actually go and watch some of these HEMA fights because they this year they are televised on ESPN. So you get to see what it's actually like to fight with these big weapons, with big two-hand swords, and we're not talking with like big armor stuff. Like these are people that train their asses off, and it's amazing. It's not showy, it's not flashy, it's downright aggressive and dirty. So when you watch martial arts competitions, usually if you watch, kung fu competitions or karate competitions or sometimes mixed martial arts, a lot of it is kind of choreographed and dirty. When you watch these HEMA events, I would actually recommend that you guys look up Blood and Iron. Look up their YouTube page. They actually go into instructing you how to use the different fight systems between rapier and dagger, single hand rapier, or sword and boards, shield and buckler, which is it's not an actual full size shield, so it's a shield or buckler thing about yay big, and it sits in your hand like this. So you use it to you keep your buckler in front of you and then your sword overhand. I'm not proficient in any of this, but that's what I've seen coming into school, into the regular classes. I'm part of a completely different program because I'm fighting for film and theater as opposed to being an actual competitor. And then you have competitions within the HEMA tournament itself where they cut up tatami mats. So you see guys that are very, very technical and fluid in how they're dismantling all this stuff. And you get to see different schools from across the world that literally come to this event to compete. And the school that I'm part of, more often than not, has the medals to prove that they are the best. And this is not in any shape, form, or way, trying to be, pass it off as it's the best school in the world, because in some ways it is. But they have the pedigree behind them to prove that they can fight. And that's what HEMA is. HEMA is fighting. It's actual fighting. And then we have this lightsaber legion that's coming in. So it's guys that fight with lightsabers. You'll see them in costumes, either dressed as Jedi and whatever else. It's very interesting, and like I said earlier on in this video, I have yet to find the lightsaber vendor. I just want to see the lightsabers. That's all that I want. You'll see stage combat, stunt professionals. You can ask them questions if you get the Warriors Pass, or if you get the pass that's below mine, where you can come in and have a look, chat with one of the classes. And there's modern combat intensive. So I'm gonna hold this up. Look this up, you guys, because this is really cool, and I'm gonna show you guys the code pass, which will get you 10% off of your pass for next year. So this is the thing right here for Combat Con 2019. Which I'll be at next year. So if any of you guys really, really want to see some really cool stuff, or if you want to meet me, I'll be here, provided that, I'm not going to be wandering around as much, because I'm actually going to be taking a great number of these courses that are in. And here is the back. So this is all the information that you guys need. Down the bottom, the code is CC in 2019. That's your 10% off. If you register for any of this, then yeah, it's really fucking cool. This is a great little convention. Like I said, it's small. It's not like you're going to go to Combat Con in San Diego. You're going to go to those big convention halls and those panels. Panels are small, but they go into detail, some of them, what it's like to work in the film industry, what it's like to do technicals, and there's stories to be shared between a lot of professionals that work in the industry. So it's a lot of fun. It's really fucking cool. I really enjoyed it this year. Um, it's it is certainly one of these things that you guys should, if you guys have an opportunity to look at it, I would really look into coming to Combat Con if you guys want to have an idea of what it's like to play with swords, knives, daggers, hatchets, tomahawks, and all those fun, awesome, cool weapons. So I'm gonna try to stream, hopefully, my page to stage next year. So I am going to be recording the video um, for my submission that won this year. But what I'm going to try and do is show you guys the actual process of what's going on the day, which I think will be really cool. It'll be awesome for you guys to look at. I know it'll be a lot of fun for me as a writer to see my stuff put out before me, performed by actual stunt performers or stunt actors, and choreographed by an amazing choreographer. So the guy that's actually doing it this year is not Kyle Rowling, who is the stunt double for, or fight double for many Jedi in and Sith in Star Wars Episode 2 and 3, but my choreography will be done or put together by an actual doctor in fighting. So you'll get to see the differences in the styles, and I'm gonna, once my computer is functional again, I'm gonna try and put together a comparison of just the techniques of how one choreographer goes about building a fight versus how this choreographer goes about building a fight, and so on and so forth. So it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be really cool, and um, hopefully you guys have enough interest into coming to this convention next year, because this convention should blow up. This convention should bring in a new wave of interest or and intrigue into the industry for film, for those that have no idea what HEMA is and would like to see awesome, wicked, cool fights and tournaments, and just a hell of a lot more. Anyways, that'll be it for this video. I'm going to try and do another one. I might try and stream some of the Time Traveler's Ball tonight. Most likely I will be drinking, and I will be conversing, and I will be not necessarily making a general nuisance of myself, but, you know, having fun. And I think that's one of the reasons why I haven't put up as much as I should have. Anyways, thanks for coming out to watch, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.